Turn on the microphone and test it. All right. Howdy, folks. My name's Dave. I'm a woodturner. I started this channel to become a better woodturner. Pardon me while I readjust things here a little bit. And working with other turners and helping them with their tool handling skills, helping new turners pick up the basics and work from there. There's a lot of pieces of the puzzle, but the more I talk about those things, the more it cements it in my own head and makes it stick more. So I practice all these things, so I'm always working to be the best turner I can be. I also started this channel to become a better teacher and a better demonstrator. So thanks for joining me. Tonight, last night I had a lot of fun. I turned a 10-inch plate and an 8-inch platter out of curly maple. It looked really lovely. Posted it on my Instagram. I need to put it in my web store. But I thought I would do some hollowing today, and I had a fun idea. I've seen a couple pieces like this before where they have several hollow forms on a plane, dotted around a piece. So I thought I would give that a try. I thought it might look pretty cool. So I've got a piece of, what is that, 2.5 inch, 2.25 inch spalted maple, and I've also got a piece of, I should bring that up just a bit, a piece of, let me look at this, basswood. So I want to try it with this guy first and see where that gets us. I figure that I could use about this much of this rectangle of the piece to make some hollow forms in there. They'll all be in different centers and all that. So I set my calipers to half that and drew myself a circle here, which that light is really... So I drew myself a circle here right at the center point of this blank. And I'm thinking I want to try to do 3 little hollow forms on this piece. So I've got my caliper set up. I'm going around the outside of the circle to find my 3 points. And by golly, I think that's it. Well, that would be it for that circle. So let's see. I'd actually have to do it from this end. This is the thin end. I don't want to get too far off there. We're right about there. So I think I actually want to start, because if I put 2 out here and try to put 1 right there, it's not going to work out. It's going to be... That might be even too close. All right, let's make a smaller circle here. I had it set at 2, so let's go... I guess I had it set at 1 inch and 7/8. Pretty close. So if I start, let's get a ballpark of where I would be with this guy. There. And there. So put a line there, put a line there. I think that I need a little bit more space than that. I can make some really tiny hollow forms. I can do that. I want to make them just a little bit bigger though. So I should have marked my center point here. Silly me. So I gotta start figuring out where my circle's at now. Let's do this. I've got a line I can reference from. should be my center right there. Let's really mark that with a hole. Come on. There we go. So we'll check it with the Yep, that's not it. Let's take it to here. I'm a lot closer, so let's make that a smaller circle. If I bring that in, that will give me that much more space. I'll have enough room between the hollow forms too to be able to grip them from the other side in the chuck. Okay, there's that circle. So let's take the dividers, close it down some. Cannot see my line here. So this will pull me in a little bit too from this rounded edge and give me a little bit more material to work with on the back end. That's going to be too small. That might just be cool. I'll take it. That one, that one, that one. So we'll mark those guys. All right, so I've got a center here. You know what? I'm going to grab the center punch just to have a better indentation than that finer point on the dividers. Cool, got that on the second try. I'll take it. So what I want to start doing now, and this is going to take some carving too, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, let's make the hollow forms themselves the size of those dudes. So I kind of get a better idea. So how much room do I have off to the side? A little bit over an inch. So if I go 3/4 of an inch, that's a big hollow form. Let's draw that circle. I think that's going to be a little bit big for what I'm trying to do, but let's draw that circle. Well, that would be the outside diameter, so maybe it'll be all right. Oh, this will be interesting. I need to. So if I start, so either way I start, I'm going to wind up with off balance piece. And what I want to do first is I want to establish where on the back these are going to be. And I'm going to try to match the depth, because I want the wing to be, let's see, I had some cracks in here. I think that there's a crack there. I think that won't be an issue. This will come off, maybe. maybe I can just leave it. So I think I'll have the top of the wing right here, which should give me about 1.5 inches. Well, now I can't make that the top of the wing either. So these are going to be slightly smaller holoforms, and such is life. Maybe I'll make them round. I was thinking about egg shapes, but maybe I'll make round holoforms. Okay. So if I start here, I need a depth for, and we'll go in thirds. I need a depth for where the neck, so this would be the neck of the holoform. You know, if I just put, I think I'll just make the neck itself of the holoform poke above the surface. So it'll be a ring, and then turn the rest. I think, let's see, with this thickness, if we draw something like that, yeah, this should be okay. Okay, cool. So this will be where, somewhere in this area is where I'm going to start the necks of the pieces, and then whatever that distance is down below there, I'll make the wing. This is going to be interesting because I'm going to have to move this around a lot. I know there's going to be carving involved after the fact, but I want to try this, man. I thought it might be fun. And if this piece doesn't work, well, I've got this piece of basswood that is pretty solid. So, yeah, see, there is, nope, that's not a crack. That is a mark from the saw. Okay. So I'll put this guy aside for now. And we will start this dude. I want to establish where the back side of these are. So we'll start off with this guy. Now let's bring up the tailstock. Don't know if I have use for a bow gouge today. And what I'm going to do, this surface here is fairly flat. And it won't be much to tree it up once I've got the bottom established. But what I want to do is keep this flat face basically about the same distance off of this point as I can, instead of trying to muck around and find the center on the other side and all this calculations. We're going to eyeball it. I just stepped out of that center hole. There we go. And keep everything straight. Well, there we go, while I drive that in. Hopefully this timber isn't too soft. That's gonna change our depth some, but I've got to leave off a little bit for a tenon for the chuck anyway. I had a piece of hard maple that I was going to use that I got from a friend of mine, but it is 2 pieces edge glued together, and I really worried about making the wing and making that weak spot in the whole piece. It might be interesting if it was broke apart in half on one of the holoforms, but hey, here's an idea. All right, so I got that one set. So I can give myself, just thought of this, and get these poked in. I can draw a circle around there so I know where to send my parting tool because I want to make these tenons first before I do anything else. I think that's probably going to be the best way to go about this. So we'll get those set. Make sure that's secure. That one gone. And then this dude. So that's significantly going to decrease my. So I'm going to move this point in because that's going to. That I thought I could get away with not cutting that off. I'm going to have to move this one in a little bit, and we'll draw that line too. Hopefully, it's if it doesn't work out, we'll just do two hollow forms on a board or plane. I've done a couple of single hollow forms like this, and I've seen a few of these. I just thought, hey man, let's give that a shot tonight. Okay, so that is that one. Fairly flat, but a little uneven, so I'm having trouble keeping my compass in place. There we go. So if I look at this side now, that's a little bit better. I'll work with it. Okay, so now that I got that marked, let's draw these circles that hopefully I can see. Well, you know what would make sense? If I can't see that, let's try working with dividers and scratch it into the surface. It might be able to see, or might be easier to see than it's going to be the outside diameter. That's going to be the outside diameter. Yeah, that should be all right. Okay, so let's scratch this into the surface. Won't be a perfect circle, alas, but it'll give me an idea of where I need to be. I'm really hoping. Oh, well, I'll be dogged. It's as thick as. Yeah, they're as thick as my drive center. Okay. If this proves to be too soft, I mean, I got the basswood, but at least it's. I believe it's been kiln dried, so. All right. Now I want to double check. Okay, I don't need this tool. I'm gonna get rid of a tool or two here. Maybe just this one. because my lathe is going to vibrate, and I don't want to lose too much. Let's see now. So I'm checking if I use this tool, will I have space between? I need space between each one of these. You can't see that. Oh, and I should change this. Cover up the laptop here. There we go. So I need space in between all of these to be able to grip it with the chuck and get the tools in there. So I just want to make the tenons first, and then I'll start working on the other side, I think. Let's see how it comes out. I am probably a little too tall there. And what am I at? About 800. Well, let's move that. I'm expecting things to start vibrating, because the mass is so uneven. There goes the tool rest. There's another tool. Trying to keep this stuff on the lathe. And I think it would be better if I had my box tool here. Grab that. Hopefully this will stay on the lathe. It's a good depth, but I can't get as straight a line as I would like, so I'm running into my tailstock here with the tools, which is a bit of a problem, but okay, so I'll definitely have to carve that away. In fact, let's do that now. Grab that guy, and you are just fine. So I should be able just to knock this off. Maybe if I get the tool straight. There we go. Now I'll get that material out of there. See things a little bit easier. And also hopefully not, okay, so I'm not getting too close to those. And actually, these are going to get easier as I go. It's this first one that looks like it's going to be the most difficult part. Okay. Easy there, cowboy. Let's see how soft that is. Well, that's soft, but I was expecting that. That's the outside. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I may have to come back and forth in between these until I get these walls established. And again with the tools. Normally I would keep count of the tools that I keep knocking off the lathe or keep vibrating off the lathe, but this piece is inherently going to have vibration throughout the whole time, so we're not counting those today. And if this doesn't work, yeah, that should be okay. Alright, let me get rid of this. I think I can. That wood might be too punky to use. We're going to keep going and see what we wind up with, but it just might not be a good piece of timber to use for this. Now, is that close to the same depth? Not quite, got a little bit more to go. It's close. Probably do it right there. Knock all this stuff off. We'll just start with this here. So yep, we're pretty close. I'm curious how much carving I'm going to wind up doing with this piece, but it'll be a bit. Okay, moving on to the third one. That guy. There we go. This one hopefully won't have as much vibration. Whoops. And clear. Having trouble seeing that. There it is. How close that is to those. Oh, pretty much right there. Cool. Okay, I think then, ooh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Let's get rid of most of this material that we can. And I might as well take it off of there. Just hit my overhead light. I think that's probably a good start. That's going to be some carve in there, but at least this lets me get down into the depth here. I can take this now. I was thinking I was going to have to rotate it, and that thing is all kind of funny. Rotate it, swap it back and forth, all that. Back to front, front to back, but maybe not. Curvy, wavy grain there. Move the tailstock back. Throw some tools on the floor. And work it this way. Well, I can say the wood is still fairly hard, so I don't think it's too funky to turn. We will find out for sure. Got a smaller chisel. Go. That's going to be interesting. Okay. Yeah, I want to go a little bit deeper. Ultimately, I want to be maybe another 3/8 in. Make sure it's going to stay secure. There we go. You know, that one was the most balanced. I think I'll go with the off-balance ones first. And then match that final depth with... I had to choose this piece is just about 7 inches long. I had to choose a piece that I knew that when I was on the long side like this, it was still going to clear everything. Get a little bit closer. And that's going to clear. Alright. So, let's reach down to the floor where this guy fell. How much room do I have? I got quite a bit. Alright, cool. That's about right. Nope, a little bit more. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that'll work. All right. everything has to clear, Dave. Should check that first. All right. See where I can go here and go about out to there. Okay. If that is the same depth, let's knock that off. Yeah, you can go too. You'll be alright. So we're close. I really shouldn't be throwing these pieces I'm chunking off onto the floor. They are man traps. Leave chunks on the floor, you might hurt yourself stepping on it. And that should be pretty close. That should be right on. Really doggone close anyway. Now we'll go with the least vibration. I am assuming this will be. Supposed to be touching there. Alright, so everything clears. Let's see how much space I got to play with. It's about there. Nope. A little bit deeper. I know there's tons of ways of doing this, but that looks about right. If I do a bunch of these, I'll make a jig. This right now is pretty much just a one-off, so come on, left hand, you can do this. Okay, since we're right in there, let's get that little dude out of there. So yeah, there's gonna be some there's gonna be some carving, maybe some chiseling like this. We'll see. I'll probably have to. Well, I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna hold it. Let's knock the rest of this stuff off while we're here. In fact, let's just back off entirely. Give myself some room to swing this hammer. And have the headstock be my backup. Got some interesting twisted grain here. I hope that shows up on the wing. Since it's not straight grain, getting it knocked out is a little bit more work. That sharp edge. I think that's probably enough to work with right there. Oh my yes, there's definitely going to be some cars. Get rid of that sharp edge. Alright, that's a good place to start. So I'll have one smaller, maybe. We'll see, that one might not survive. Might just be these two. We'll see what happens. That might be a little bit too small, but I can turn some small stuff. Just depends on whether or not Reagan Striking Gaming. Hey, buddy, how you doing? How's the weather up there? Getting any snow yet? It was kind of, yeah, the next couple of days we're supposed to get some snow showers. It's definitely pretty doggone cold outside right now. I'm in the garage. I got this heater blowing directly on me. It's really, really cold. Temperature's dropping, but what was I going to say? I don't remember now. But I don't know. I'm not sure how much snow we're going to get. We got a little bit of snow on the ground, but we've had a nice couple of days. It looks like it's going to, after starting next week, I guess, hit the 40s again in December, which is really bizarre. But hey, it'll be 40 degrees. Be a lot more comfortable out here. All right, so we're gonna give this a shot. We'll go with that one first. All right, let's see if the key bailed off into the shavings on the other side. Looks like that is exactly what happened, so I gotta go hunting. Yep, there it is. Not sure what else fell back here. Our box tool. Looks about it, except for that glue block. Okay. How's the weather out there, man? I haven't looked lately at what Oklahoma's got happening. You know, I may have to think about this. So if I make this top part, the top of the hollow form, this the bottom, well, we gotta face this off anyway. So I'm gonna use this guy. In theory, that's not gonna work. I think maybe there's I don't know, not even a 1/4 inch stuff that fell today so far. But the temperature she's dropping, so who knows? That looks fairly straight. Yeah, looks fairly straight. There's going to be lots of vibration on that, dude. That's cutting a lot of air. I think I'm probably going to wind up using, well, let's try. I'm going to try my bull gouge first, but I think stay right there. Oh, too far that way. I think I may have to go with a scraper here. Well, maybe not. Got flat enough? Nah. I'm very much watching the shadow of the cut that I make. I cannot see anything that's going on here. So I'm watching the shadow as I make the cut, move across. You know, that's not bad. A lot thick of a wing though, but it's gonna have to be to get my neck in there. Let's see, I'm gonna take a little bit more off. Okay, I'm going to throw a little bit of scraper action in there to see. I mean, I'm going to have to carve some of it away anyway, but I want to see if I can get a better surface there. Let's see, where did that guy go? Did you bail on me and into the shavings, or did I put you away? You're not askew, and you're not askew, nor are you a scraper. Yeah, you must have fallen off. Yep, there it is. Try to keep everything as much as I can off of the lathe when I know there's going to be vibrational issues, because otherwise I'm just chasing this stuff all over the shop. I'll bring this up a little bit more. Yeah. looks a little bit better. I'm having some issue here. I'm getting a lot of vibration on this one corner because it's so far away from center, but that's all fairly smooth. So that's working out really well. More stuff is jumping off the lid. All right, I'll just leave you off the lid for now. There we go. All right, that works. I'm really curious how this is going to hold. We'll find out real shortly, man. Really shortly. I don't know if you're listening to me, buddy. My son's on, so that's really cool. I don't know if you're listening to me. Yep, I got audio. How's the weather in Oklahoma, man? It's not tornado season anymore. It will be soon. Yeah, I think I'll just have that. Is that gonna be okay? It's not gonna be very close though. So it is time to swap out tool rests. Oh no, that one bailed off too. Well, doggone it. Let's go find that one. There's the big one. That's not the one I'm after. There it is. Got some shavings back there that they're kind of bailing off into. I don't know if I can get close enough with that either. I may have to go with the big guy. Oh, that'll get me close enough. Yep, I'll have to go with this one. So I get right up on there because I need to be able to take that off. This isn't too low for that. Gonna double check my chuck. Okay, so I know where my center's at. This is the right guy. Whoopsie daisy, boy, it looks like I broke off my lid there. Oh, darn it anyway. Let's see, let's grab. Did it just not completely fall out? Nope. Almost though. There's my center. That gives me my line for the outer diameter. Those aside. That aside and grab this guy. How am I sitting? I'm really close to where I need to be. I might have to monkey with this a little bit just to get the exact center when I get to that point. But right now, How does that work in relation to the other ones? Oh, plenty of room. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start working on, well, not the neck of this piece yet. I'm going to hollow this one out first, and then I will work on making the rim of the vessel. I'm going to have to finagle this a little bit. I'm just a shade too low. Need to be right on center. Still a shade too low. It's probably too high, but we'll give it a shot. And I will need to continue to check my depth and all that groovy stuff. So let's see. There's a pencil. So a little deeper than that. The tricky part about this is that it's the wall thickness of this is holding it together, and all the grain is running this way, so I can't make this too thin. I'll be able to hold it from the other side once I get this established, but I can't make this too thin because the way the grain runs, it could snap off. So I'm just trying to be really careful here. Let's move this aside. I got some more room to go. I don't make it too thin and booger myself up here. Can go a little bit thicker than that, or thinner than that, but not much. All right, checking the depth. Go a little bit deeper. So we're gonna clear. Set the pencil on, not the lathe. So I'm using back hollowing techniques to just back hollowing to get this cleared out. It's my favorite way to do hollow forms. That's perfect. It's my favorite way to do hollow forms now. That is a really good depth. Okay. Means I don't have to whip out some kind of a hollowing system. I've got it right here in my hand. Okay, I think that is. Get out of the way. I think that's about as thin as I want to go. Got a flashlight. Gotta grab a flashlight. Be right back. Actually, you're going with me. You just can't see me on camera. Flashlight in the jacket pocket. There we go. Oh my, it is nice and chilly, and my nose is a dripping. Okay. How does that look? Oh, hey, I got this going too. I can do this. Let's go. and blow it out. That is not bad, I think. Yeah, I'm going to err on the side of caution there. I'm just going to leave it where it's at right now. I don't know how that happened. That somehow got, what gained that? I don't know. That's a bummer too. Oh, good, it's not gonna, I should be able to turn that away. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so now I need to make my rim for this guy. It's all gonna clear, okay. Get it kind of tucked under a little bit. Take a look here. You know what? That'll work. That'll work just fine. Let me round this a little bit out. A little bit more. I hope you are noticing that I'm keeping all my body parts on this side of the tool rest. A big old flap of timber just whipping around there, man. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks really nice. Okay, cool. Moving on to the next one. Put that in the pocket. Grab the key. This one is actually quite a bit. That's not a good hold. Quite a bit smaller. I need to do, let's see, I'm going to use a saw on this guy because the grain runs at an angle. I need to straighten this out. It's kind of fun, man. So far, it's working out so far. We'll see. Hopefully we get all the way to the end with an entire whole piece as opposed to a broken one. Okay. That works. So I think I'm going to have to switch to pin jaws for this guy. Let's see, and that one is the one that's going to be more off balance than this guy. So I guess I'm swapping jaws right now. Hey, you stayed on the lathe. All right. Okay. So go back to that view. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to clean these jaws off. I must have gotten a little rusted. So I did some red oak green the other day, and apparently I got some on these. Let me get that brushed off really fast. Since I'm right here and I have noticed it. Do a little bit more maintenance on these guys later. I don't want to get that rust off there. Oak is one of the woods that will definitely leave stains and rust spots on your lathe because of the tannins in it. So beware of that when you're working with oak. I mean, that's really close to straight. Not quite. That's interesting. All right, so because of the vibration, this is slightly cupped. That's going to give it an interesting, I was going for flat, but it's going to give it an interesting little feature to the piece, is that it's going to be slightly cupped. Now I'm probably going to have to fiddle with this guy. Yeah, I've got to replace this chuck. Okay, so I got a decent hold right now. I want to see. Yeah, that's fairly flat. All right, so I got lucky. I don't have to adjust. So this one's going to be a much smaller hollow form. Get that out of the way. And so I am looking at 1 1/8 inches. Let's see if I can pull this off. So that would be 9/16 would be half. Considerable. I want to make sure this is secure in the chuck, man. Okay. That's my center. There is my circle. Now I can move closer. All this is going to clear. Yes. Yes, can I get closer yet? That'll do. See if that's, yeah, I need to go a little deeper. Audio check. All right. Just making sure I've got audio because my son still hasn't answered me. All right, I'm going to check that lathe. Depth, that lathe. And we are. I think I'll go just a tad bit deeper on this because I'm not quite into the jaws yet. I'm almost into the jaws. I can go a little bit deeper. Actually, I'm not going to. I'll let the hollowing part of it do that for me and see. blow that out. And grab the fleshy light thingy. Alright, so that is about the thickness that I'm going to get away with on this one. So I'm going to clean up the inside. Oh, I need to blow that out. Beautiful. Oh, there's a nub down there. Let's get rid of that nub. There we go. Just break her off. I don't know, man. Can I? You know, I'm going to try a little bit thinner wall. Oh, goodness. Darn it, that's what I forgot to do today. Well, tomorrow's another day. As far as I know. Need to get a new Allen screw for this. Because this one just isn't, I can't tighten it enough. It's swallowed out a little bit on the inside. Flashlight. Oh yeah, gotta blow it out. Gotta blow it out. It looks very nice in there. And I think that is all I'm gonna get, but let's make the rim. Tuck it under just a little bit. Oh man, that was close. I almost really got my knuckles wrapped. Sticking my hand on the other side of the tool rest before everything came to a stop. That was mighty close. Okay. I think I can actually feel that. Yeah, I could go thinner if I wanted to, but we'll just leave it a small guy. We'll leave it a small guy. Now we're going to this one. It was about the same depth. Well, this would go a little bit deeper, but that's already carved off anyway. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of, doing a lot of carving there. Okay, so now I can swap my chuck jaws again. Or rather my chucks. I mean, that's why I've got two of these, is that I don't have to screw and unscrew jaws all the time. Less often. Is that gonna work? Oh, no. No, it is not. Ugh. Alright, let's see if my pin jaws will actually handle this guy. Can't get down far enough because this is knocking on the shoulder of the jaws. But maybe if these reach out a little bit further, if they open far enough, I can get that resolved. That is a solid no, sir. Alright, so plan B. What is plan B? Plan B will be to take this guy. Can I shave it down? How big is this? Yeah, I can. Be close, but I can do it. So I'm going to go back between centers here. I looked up and I should have been paying attention to that. And I will, yep, I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to carve that away. That's a drag. I no longer have my center on this side. These are established. Trying to figure out a way around this. How can I do this? Because I really just need to. Can't grab that. Oh. Ah. I'll do it this way. Grab my Dremel and a bit. And we'll carve around it. Basically just going to straighten the walls. It's kind of cone shaped. And if I can just straighten the walls up, you'll get a really good hold in the chuck. Or it should fit into the chuck too. Not only have a hold, it should fit. Keeping the Dremel on a low speed so I don't burn the wood. And this isn't going to be a perfect solution. So if it gets me in the ballpark, that's really all that matters at this point. That looks pretty round. Good. Any weird looking corners I just created off of there. Alright, I'm going to test fit it in the chuck and see if it will actually fit in there now. Still much too big. And this is closed all the way down, right? Oh yeah, I can't touch it at all. Unless let's approach it from this angle. So that's the bottom, on the inside. So I can remove stuff out here. That is the bottom inside here. Huh, I guess they got pretty close to the same depth, so that's cool. So I can take off that much. Alright, we're going to take a saw to it and see if that will let me hold it in the larger jaws. Although if I could set this on a spot, I could probably just chisel that right off. But this is what happens when you do stuff like this, man. You gotta do workarounds and figure out jigs or whatever. You need to hold this stuff into it, and usually the first one is the most problematic. If you're doing, several in a row or whatever, it's usually, or at least getting the design set out. Like if I was going to do multiples of these, all this would go to helping me build a jig if I needed one. And I probably would create one just because of this very problem. Okay, let's see what that does. Hopefully that resolves the issue. Oh, let's find out. Oh yes, okay, it gives me just enough of a hold. Gives me about a 1/4 inch. And since there's less vibration on this part, that should be enough. I've got these tools sitting on shavings that I could get rid of. Move them aside. Since I'm not going to be using them as far as I'm aware anymore for this project, yeah, let's hope I get lucky again and this gets fairly flat. Let's try that. Nope, not quite. I think I need to. Yep. I need to kick this end up a little bit, I think. Like maybe right there, maybe a little bit more. Something like that, perhaps. Nice, I got lucky on the first one. Just can't get lucky on all of them. Oh, here's something I can do. So that touches there, and that pushes up there. That's the widest spot, but I'm going to stick to this stuff. So this end needs to come up. Out to there. Oops, I just slipped my pencil. Ooh, I got a lot closer. Okay, so this needs to come up just a little bit more. Maybe that would do it. So I don't have the chuck completely tightened. Yep, that'll do it. Nice. I'm glad my brain's working and giving me these nice little tips and tricks. Hey, dude, try this. Ah, thanks. Or wherever it's coming from, I should say. Maybe not my brain, but I certainly appreciate it. Okay, so I can put the Dremel away now. Because Lord knows that's going to vibrate off the lathe. Ooh, it's chillier over here on this side of the shop. At this end, or whatever. All right, here we go. All right, just for giggles, just for safety, I'm going to make sure that that is set. Okay, that tells me, yeah, I got about 1/4 of an inch, so my depth really can't be. This might become, that might be a bowl. I think I'll make that a bowl, just for fun. Because I'm not sure that I've got enough room in there to make the hollow form. I don't know, maybe short and squatty will work. We'll find out. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Gotta mark my circle. So we're gonna call that inch and a half. So that means 3/4 of an inch. Here's my halfway point. I have to find my center. There. Okie dokie. I would like to be closer, thank you. Everything's going to clear. I'm assuming I will have just a tad bit less vibration. And I'm going to see what I can do to make a short, squatty hollow form. Check that depth. What do I do with my pencil? There it is. Do it on that side. That would make more sense. Alright, I still got some room to go. Probably about that much. Right to the end of the green. I can go a little deeper. Probably where I'll leave it. Blow that out, take a look with the flashlight. Which I'm sure I put in my pocket. Okay, how am I going to widen that now? Let's see. I don't have a hollowing tool that will let me. Hook in this side or whatever. So I'm gonna have to work it this way. Hey, that's working nice. Very nicely. Still got plenty to go though. Did on time. Hour and a half to get this far. It's not bad. See how that looks. So that's more of the traditional hollowing with the spindle gouges from the center out. And in order to get that wide bulbous shape, that's kind of what I had to do, because back hollowing or what is it called? Back hollowing, top cutting in France. In France, they call it top cutting. I learned this from Laurent Niclot. But this is more of the traditional way to hollow from the center out as opposed to from the outside in, which is what top cutting does. Flash your lights. How does that feel? And so that's about what I'm going to get out of that. I need to clean up the bottom. Looks good. Looking good. Feeling good. Whoa. You know what? We're gonna quit monkeying around with that and go for the scraper. I can get the scraper in there. I just need to clean off the bottom on the inside. Unless that did it. Almost, not quite. That should have done it. Yep, got a little bit of a nub, but that'll come off pretty easily, just like that. Uh-oh. Yep, went right through the bottom. Pulling that nub out, broke the bottom out. So that is a bummer. But we're going to finish it and figure out what we'll do with the bottom later. Might turn it into just a tube, or maybe I'll build a stand that will just sit on. I don't know, we'll have to figure that out. Okay, so now I need to work on my rim. Bit of a, oh, that's not too bad there. It's got a little bit of a neck on it. I'm trying to get rid of that neck. I think that did it. All right. Now let's double check against. Okay, so I need to go a little bit deeper. Easy there, dude. And that looks really close. Nice. Okay, so that part is done. That's going to be a lot of carving. Let's flip these guys around. Oh, good. I thought the key might have taken a dive, but it did not. So you can see we're pulling that nub off. Just took that right off. Went a little bit too, just a wee bit too deep. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's close this one up. I need the pin jaws itself to fit inside the hollow form so I can turn the back side of it. I may need to open this one up just a little bit more. You see that over? Yeah, okay. First time chatter. What did that say? Michelle Guajardo. Best viewers on, somebody trying to spam in here. Thought it might be a participant in the chat. So how's it going over there, son, in Oklahoma, man? Oh, yeah, I gotta open that up. Good thing I didn't take this off yet. Wait, no, this goes in the pin jaws anyway. So you're coming off, dude. Oh my, yep, see rust on that one too. That's a drag. Let's clean these up. Really try to pay attention to that when I'm doing oak because it just rusts. This is most of the lathes are cast iron. The waves are cast iron. There's a few that have stainless steel ways, but even with those, you gotta, you still gotta pay attention. Just not as much as with cast iron. Hey, Raging Striker, not bad. Been finally getting more cold weather. Oh yeah, what's the temperature there now? I'm glad that you are also not sick anymore. Fucking, I don't know if you got any goodies for Thanksgiving, but other than laying in bed and being sick, I hope that. What the heck, man? Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to replace this chuck. It is becoming laborious to use. Trying to get in all the original tooth marks there on the jaws. I think I got it. We'll find out shortly. Yep, got it. All right, groovy. I need to open up this one just a little bit. Let's make sure everything's gonna clear. Okay. A little bit in there. I had a nice little point on my fin there. It's really thin. What tried to fall? Ah, a pencil fell. Alright, so hopefully. What the heck? Alright, let's see. I got a little bit of repair work here. If that did it, looks like it. Okay. So now I need to go get things that fell off the lathe. Oh, that blue block fell off. Pencil. That's it? Alright, good. I'll take that. Don't need the pencil, so you go back in the pencil holder. Goodness gracious. I've had this thing apart and I've cleaned it and greased it and all that stuff, but it's just starting to fail. I think all the parts are getting worn out. This chuck, while it was kind of mid-range in price, which is nice because it got me a chuck I could afford. Its lifespan is about 7 years apparently. Come on, I know you close down further than that. There we go. So now I'm going to go into an expansion hold, which I'm really not fond of. Because of the problems you can get from that. Splitting open your piece. Come on, guy, you can hold on to that. There. Whoops, wrong direction. Okay. And all that is gonna clear, right? Just need these guys to clear, really. Get closer. Okay, let's see what happens. I got really close. It's not perfect. Ah. Hitting the edge over here, so guess I'm scraping this part. How does that look? Well, it's still pretty clean. That little booger right there is what got me though. Let's see. Looks pretty good, I think. I'll put a little bit of abrasive on that. I got rid of most of that, but there's still some there. Let's grab some 220, maybe this instead. This is 150. Give myself plenty of room. Alright, what bailed off the lead now? Whoops. Alright, that'll work. It was the key. I need the key. Okay, so that one is finished. Come on. Close, 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 close. There we go. Nice. Now we're moving on to this guy. Okay. We got a spring. No, needs to go right there. Okay, it's not holding right. Come on. Make sure it is secure. Move the sanding paper. Haven't gotten too much cold weather yet. Had some good food for. Oh, you did. Nice. Oh, you made some. All right. Oh, shoot. That reminds me. I got to send you that bread recipe. Oh, before I do that, let's double check. Ah, much better. Much better. All this is going to clear. Yes. Does that look? Yeah, you can tell it's just kind of punky wood, but thankfully it's still strong enough to get this far. Check that out. Yeah, that'll take some abrasive right now. Very cool. And then we can address that dude. Yeah, I had, woo, gotta be careful. I almost got my knuckles brained. My friends Joe and Kyle invited me over for Thanksgiving dinner, which was nice. Some good food and good company. Even though I'm not really a celebrator of the Thanksgiving. Necessarily. There we go. I think that might be, yeah, that looks pretty good. Still got some punkiness happening, but this stuff will stand out. Okay, that's the last guy right there. Nice. This guy. I was trying to lay everything up right on the rim of the vessels. And that's doing all right. All right, so now I gotta figure out what we're doing with this guy. Oop, that's not gonna clear. There we go. Oop, not there though. Clears there, clears there. Something tells me this isn't straight. Oh, straight enough. So that'll clear. Get a little bit closer. That'll clear there. Try that again. That'll clear there. That'll clear there. Okay. So we got that part set. It looks pretty good on that side. The problem is the bottom. So I think, I don't know, I'll figure that out when I'm carving. I think I'm gonna I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna burn it or just get rid of that entirely. I don't know. At least make it round. There's always the possibility that I can plug it. Yeah, that made a nice wide hollow form too. That's kind of a shame, but that's all right. So that one is a holy vessel. All right, so a little bit of abrasive on the outside of that dude. Doing my best not to get my knuckles knocked. Hey, I said this really fast. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so there we are, 3 vessels on a plane. I'll have to carve out quite a bit, but, and actually what I'll probably do is I'll work on straightening all this out, and then I'll just carve designs into the whole thing. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this guy just yet, but that is a method to creating vessels in a plane, in a board, and multi-axis as well. Kind of cool. Looking right through that, it actually looks kind of cool. I may just leave that because, I mean, it almost looks like a face, right? I'll just, I think that might just stay the way it is. We'll get all that stuff carved. We've got this all sanded. I'll have to do a little bit of minor sanding around here when I get this carved out, and all this carved out. But nice, even with this partially punky wood, that turned out very good. I didn't realize it would be partially punky. I was hoping that it wouldn't be, but it was still strong enough to hold together. So that's all that matters, right? So I'll play around with this off camera. That is, I'm going to call that the end of the broadcast. Let's go back to this guy. So it kind of looks like a face there with the hole in the bottom. Kind of cool. Groovy. So hopefully, I will be, once that's finally done, I'll show it. Should be able to have it done within a week by Tuesday, and I can show it on the next broadcast. All right. LMAO dork. Yes, that is me. Oh, let me blow that off. It's nice not having the compressor running in the background. Just Hallie and I. Oh, we got back. Raging Striker Gaming says, was just Hallie and I. She got some good treats and some steak. Ah, nice. Nice. I'm sure she loved the steak. I don't want to lose that guy now. So we got through all of that. I'm not going to go through carving and all that stuff. I will just bring the completed project at one of the next broadcasts as soon as I have it done. Thank you for joining me this evening. I greatly appreciate it. Woodturning Wednesday here on Twitch with Dave. I guess I don't really need that at the moment. Let's turn that off. And if you stepped in at the last, yes, she was very excited. Very cool. I want to meet Harley I want to meet Harley someday soon. I think that would be awesome. I'm trying to. I was talking to Amber about getting down to New Hampshire maybe for spring break to see her and Valerie and Carrie. Back to this. Yes, thank you for joining me very much. I appreciate your support. If you haven't, please follow this channel. When you get a chance, participate and chat a little bit. That really helps the metrics, helps get this out in front of more people. I want to reach as many people as I can. I started this channel for a couple of reasons. One of them is become a better teacher and a better demonstrator. But also not only to become a better turner myself, because practice is the secret sauce. The more I work with other turners and helping them improve their skills, the more that stuff gets cemented in my own head. So again, it lets me become a better turner. I want to be the best turner I can be. I really enjoy this so much, and it's great therapy. I started this therapy for PTSD, found out I had a knack for it, fell in love with the whole process, and now I just spend as much time as I can get away with in front of the lathe. I think that's going to do it for Woodturning Wednesday this week. I'm glad you were able to join me. I hope you stay friendly. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and on through the weekend, and hope to see you next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. And if I don't, Merry Christmas. Thanks a lot, folks. Hope to see you soon. Bye.